Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tsukihime, blue glass moon under the crimson air. Today is 5 a.m. Well, it's actually 4:59 a.m. It's 4:59 a.m. on the 11th of January 2026. So it's the new year. I haven't played this game in a few months. I mean, I did actually play it yesterday. And I don't really know where to put those, like, I made a video yesterday that I might split into two. It's only about 50 minutes, but I might actually redo the second part of it because I wasn't really voice acting any of it. But it was basically just like alternate endings for Arihiko and Hisui's route. And by the way, I basically said this in them, but to be honest, the only reason I tried to redo Tsukihime, like the early part of it, was because I was insecure about the voice acting, but to be honest, it wasn't really any better, so I'm just going to continue where I was. I don't totally remember everything, but we're going to start a new route. And I guess I'm going to try and get Ciel's ending. I do have a guide, just in case I get lost. Hopefully I don't have to use it too much because some of the stuff, like, I feel like might be a spoiler, so I'm hoping like I don't look too much into it. But yeah, we're going to start from the beginning though and pretty much just skip ahead. It's gonna take a while to like skip through all this stuff, so I guess I'll talk a little bit with it. Like, look at that long scene. Eat lunch in class, go eat in the cafeteria, go out in the hallway and think about it. I think I've already done both of these, and I don't really think anything with Ciel has to go on with them, right? So I'll just like click here, I guess. My favorite song. It literally plays every single like game we do pretty much. During lunchtime, the hall is packed. Students head to the cafeteria or their favorite places. Lunch is in hand. I wanted to talk to you about, like, just for a little bit, like, I want to, like, make, like, I feel like I've been doing a lot of things on this channel, which has 0 subscribers, to, like, you know, get more, attention and stuff. Especially, like, trying to be ultra consistent. I think I should focus more on like quality, because I feel like I've just focused like way more on quantity than quality. So I'm just gonna try and make these videos be like literally the best they can be. Now unfortunately, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, like, you know, just have it be like every video feels like ultra impactful, because like we could go through like 5 hours of this and it's just like Tsuki taking like 5 hours to say he went to the restroom, because this game drags on sometimes. But I mean, I guess I could cut out any like unnecessary dialogue, but I don't know how much like some people like that game might be like, but I actually think the unnecessary dialogue is kind of necessary. So I don't know. But students head to the cafeteria or their favorite places. Lunch is in hand. On the floor of people, I contemplate whether I should go to the cafeteria or the store. I'm somewhat taken aback by my own leisure. If I have time to waste, it better go to the cafeteria where Arihiko is. I begin walking towards the cafeteria. On the way there, a familiar face waves up and runs to me. Okay, she's here. Thank goodness! I've been looking for you, Tohno-kun. Oh, Ciel senpai. Hello. Feel embarrassed for some reason, returning to her usual grin. Yes, hello. We have already met once today, so I guess it's not proper to say hello. A small smile floats on Senpai's face, as if she found something amusing. Like me? Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. I avert my eyes and give a lukewarm reply, getting increasingly embarrassed. I wonder. I should be used to speaking with senpai like this, but for some reason I'm getting embarrassed. Tohno-kun, do you have some urgent business? You seem a bit unsettled. Huh? Nothing like that. I don't, but for some reason her every move feels unfamiliar. I mean, why would you know that? I can't calm down. It's nothing. More importantly, Senpai, said you were looking for me. You need me for something. Well, I wanted to thank you for this morning, so I was looking for you. For this morning? You mean the courtyard? I don't know what voice he has. Of course, sorry to ask, but are you going to have lunch? I sigh. Well, people usually eat lunch at lunchtime. Great! And we can eat together. I'll treat you as thanks for this morning. Let's go to the cafeteria. Huh? Senpai smiles. Grabbing my wrist, she starts to walk. It's strange for a girl like Senpai to walk down the second-year hall, but this attracts even more attention. The gazes of the students in the hall fall upon Senpai and me, and a murmur of conversation starts. Wait just a second. Alright, you don't have to. You don't really have to. Stop grabbing my arm like this. If you keep doing that, they might think we're... Only did what I did this morning on a whim. There's no need for you to thank me. I draw back from Senpai, aware of how flushed my face is. There's no need to be so reserved. Work should be rewarded. So please, let me treat you. Senpai grabs a hold of my arm again. Not what I'm talking about, I mean... Just shouldn't say I'm embarrassed to be with her because we stand out so much. Come on, there won't be any seats left if we don't hurry. I'll listen to the details after we get to the cafeteria. Senpai starts walking, pulling my arm with a tug. Right? Okay, let's just go. Almost all the seats in the cafeteria are taken. I spent about 10 minutes in the hallway, first spaced out, then talking with Senpai. The empty cafeteria seats are pretty much non-existent. I'll stand in line, Tohno, so please get some seats. Is there any food you don't like? If there is, now's the time to let me know. No, there isn't. I'm not picky with food. Very well. I won't take long. Seems my only choice is to obediently accept that she'll be treating me. Oh, that's just so bad. Like there aren't any seats left. I look around at the bustling cafeteria. Can't find even 2 seats at this hour, let alone 2 seats together there. I sigh. There, place A, is a table with not only 2, not 3, but 4 unoccupied seats. There's only one student sitting at the table, and it seems he noticed me while I was looking for a seat. Yo, Tohno! The student vigorously waving his hands, my dear classmate with the diagonal chair. My head hurts. But there isn't anywhere to sit, so I have no choice but to return the wave and walk towards the table where my friend is sitting. Wow, you were gonna bail on me. You're late. I told you to hurry because I invited a special guest today. What have you been up to? Arihiko begins to complain as soon as we're face to face. Yeah, come to think of it, you did. So, who is it? About that, she promised yesterday she'd come, but she declined this morning. She said she had someone she wanted to thank or something, so she'd be busy this lunchtime. Arihiko sighs as he eats his Sakara udon. Someone she wanted to thank. Those words caught my attention. Arihiko, that special guest wouldn't happen to be a third-year student, would she? Whoa, how'd you know? A rather energetic girl wearing glasses. Whoa! Arihiko begins quivering. The students at the tables around us stand up as if to make fast escape. Are you a psychic? Why can't stand up? Arihiko points at me fearfully. No, that doesn't mean I'm psychic. It means I'm using basic common sense. Logic, stuff. Sorry to keep you waiting. Just to see you found a seat, Tohno. Why do I sound like this? There. Senpai arrives with a smile. Arihiko's eyes are wide open in surprise. Huh? A Noi-kun? By coincidence. Still smiling, Senpai takes her seat. Arihiko gives a choked response. Here you go, Tohno. Please eat until you're full. I'm gonna stuff you up like a turkey. Even after all this time, I still can't shake off her smile. Alright. In that case, thanks for the food. Taking Arihiko's dumbfounded stare in stride, I sit down. Senpai sits in front of me while Arihiko sits beside me. Itakimasu, the Zenge be saying? I looked down at the tray Senpai had brought. On the menu is curry rice, and curry udon. I don't get it. Senpai? Yes, what is it, Tohno? About this. What's going on? What do you mean? It's lunch, isn't it? What else does it look like? What else, you say? But all I see is curry. Yes, it's curry. Obviously, I like it. Senpai laughs happily. The problem is, they all look like curry. There's 3 dishes. Of course. You're a boy, so you eat a lot. I'll just have one, so please take whatever you like. Whatever you like. Ah, okay. In that case, I'll take the curry rice and curry udon. The other choice is hell. Hey, that was a random statement, but make sure to finish it, Tohno. After all, you aren't picky with food, are you? I mean, after all, I know everything about you. There isn't a shred of antagonism in Senpai's smile, nor is it some kind of joke. He truly had good intentions. Yes, Itakimasu. I dig into the curry rice with my spoon in despair. And then... Tohno! Being a little simp, we all know you don't like that at all. From beside me came the cry of a dead man being reborn. How long are you going to ignore your dear best friend? Arihiko's elbow sinks into the side of my stomach for good. Huh? Noi, you know Tohno? Do I know him? We've been best friends since middle school. We've even seen each other's singlings. What? Really? The person who helped me this morning was Tohno. Oh yeah! If you had told me his name, I would have brought him here. So, did this guy do something for you? Yeah, he helped me fix my splints. Arihiko frowned suspiciously. Well, I guess you would consider helping someone fix their shin splints a bit odd. No, fixing splints! Don't make me angry while I'm eating. What? Fixing splints? Ah, the splints in the courtyard. You were at it again. You sure enjoy that kind of thing, Senpai. But you'd be better if you gave it up. Or maybe you could have, you know, a strong scud such as myself help out. Then maybe you'd be able to do it. If you keep doing things like that, the teachers will start expecting you to do them. That's alright. I do it because I enjoy it. Shouldn't talk about the teachers like that though, you know. They really care about the school. Finding it difficult to follow your conversation. Senpai, don't tell me you normally do that sort of thing. Yeah, didn't you know, Tohno? Ciel Senpai is so handy they call her the shadow president of the student council. No, I was asking Senpai, not you, dipshit. Wait, never mind. What on earth is the shadow president? Is she strong? I asked with my eyes somehow. Yeah, Arihiko responds with an exaggerated nod. She's quite something, totally unlike the student council, which is the student council in name only. She's a dirtier who will solve anything for you if you ask her. Even got a fan club among the first years. If something happens, the teachers all rely on her. There isn't a single teacher who complains about what Senpai does. Arihiko speaks with pride as if he were actually talking about himself. Wow, Ciel Senpai sure is amazing. Even the teachers rely on you. Look at Senpai impressed.
Oh, I'm just so embarrassed. Yes, thank you. You will.
What did you just say in 2000? Well, actually, it will probably be like 2003, so. If anybody's saying that around the time, it's not as corny. Senpai turns bright red and embarrassed. Senpai turns her curry rice with her spoon. I guess it's to hide her embarrassment, but it reminds me of the enemy I have to face. Curry rice by itself is fine, but after that awaits curry udon. My doctor warned me not to eat too much, but I don't think there's anything else in this situation I can do. Well, actually, I'm allergic, so I can't eat this. And then there's some stupid anime scene where she's like,
no, you have to eat it.
So I start to dig into the rice. Munch munch. Having decided to try and finish one dish quickly, I direct all my concentration to the rice. Meanwhile, Senpai and Arihiko begin talking about their homes for some reason. I already know that Arihiko doesn't live with his parents, but it seems like Senpai is also living by herself. Apparently Senpai's apartment is quite close to school. It's roughly between the main street and the park.
So Tohno, where you live?
Huh? I silently eat my food when Senpai peering at me asks a completely unrelated question. Where? Why you ask, Senpai?
You already heard where I live, right, Tohno? I think it's unfair if I don't know where your house is.
Unfair? Don't worry about the strangest things, Senpai.
Not strange. If I don't know where you live, I can't visit you if something happens, right?
I stop eating the curry rice. I have the feeling that something has been said that I should be jubilant about.
Visit? You mean come and visit me if I catch a cold or something? Or maybe we will have a goofy little anime scene?
Gulp.
No, I wouldn't.
I don't have any plans to visit at the moment. Smiling, Senpai replies instantly, as if saying the obvious. It seems like the euphoria is premature. Senpai doesn't seem to have any unusual intentions.
Dang it! I see, there's no way she would. That's just the way she is, of course.
Guess I have to tell you. Yeah, my house is nearby too, only a 40-minute walk. There's a residential district on top of the hill, right? Just go a little further of it and you're there.
Oh yeah!
You're moving today, right? Arihiko strikes his hand on the desk. Senpai tilts her head slightly.
Moving?
Tohno, were you a transfer student? Huh? Senpai asks a strange question. Arihiko meets my gaze. Listen, I've been here since the first year. We've known each other since then, right? Are you asking if I'm a transfer student now?
Tohno, you moved yesterday, so...
Moving doesn't automatically make you a transfer student. I'm just changing my address, not my school. Until now, I've been living with some relatives in the neighboring town. I'm just going back to my real home, that's all. Senpai, who wears a look of surprise, seems to understand.
I see. You've only changed your residence. So now you live in the outskirts of town.
Yeah. It's that colorful place on top of the hill. I'm moving there today, as you hear the song Move Over for the upteenth time. that possibly be the Tohno Mansion? Senpai asked with some hesitation. The western-style house at the top of the hill is probably seen like something special by residents of this town. Yeah, it is. Don't seem too happy about it. You're good in your bag. I don't quite understand it either. Well, even if it is your house, it's been 8 years, right? I can understand if you're feeling strange. It'll probably feel like someone else's house for a while. Wonder if that's so. I haven't gone back yet, so I don't know. Well, I'm a bit relaxed since I've always got some refuge at your place. Yeah, right. My house is no refuge of yours, buddy. When you come over during the holidays, my sister treats you better than me. Probably only because Arihiko has terrible behavior, but I refrain from telling him that in the interest of preventing the conversation from getting any worse. To be honest, it's not that pleasant to have my home raised as the topic of conversation. Wow, you two certainly get along well, just like a yaoi plot or something. Senpai peers at Arihiko and me. No way! Me and Tohno would never help each other, no matter how much trouble we were in. In other words, we're enemies. Mademoiselle, I think is how you say that. Arihiko says in a fed-up tone. I'm getting fed up myself with his pseudo-foreignerisms too. But your relationship is so good that Tohno stayed over your house before, right? Doesn't that mean you get along really well? Maybe even in a homoerotic way? Your own senpai, stop being a weird Twitter user. That Tohno is too reserved towards experience, and he'd come over to my place every vacation. He's reserved toward them because they're taking care of him. That's why he comes over to my place, where we conveniently have an empty room. Since he looks pretty decent, my sister took a liking to him, and shamelessly comes over to stay with us without paying a cent. Arihiko's fist trembles as if to say unforgivable. Taking care of Tohno-kun. Ah. Arihiko clamps his hand over his mouth. Sorry. I should have thought before I spoke. Okay, you didn't say anything bad. I continue or that was probably him. I continue to eat my food without looking at Arihiko. Really? Yeah, you're right. If you complain about that, you'd be in for some punishment. Arihiko nods to himself in agreement. His overwhelming optimism is something I'm truly envious of. I'm sorry, Tohno. Did you not get along with your previous family? No, that's not it. He has no problem with the Arimas. Oh, the Arimas were the family that took care of him. They're really nice people, and from what I could tell, they're a happy family. Even so, he refused to be their adopted kid, and he escaped to my place every vacation. Geez. Just what were you not satisfied with anyway? There's nothing I wasn't satisfied about. It was just that I received so much from them already, I didn't want to be a further burden to them. I finished my rice as I reply. Now only the curry udon is left. Okay, senpai. Sorry for making you listen to something so boring. Not at all. I'm sorry for asking you something so strange. Senpai forces herself to look cheerful. The topic might be fine for a longtime friend like Arihiko, but a complex matter like this will only have been troublesome for Senpai. And to prove my point, Senpai sits there uneasily. Yeah, Senpai, sorry, but I've got something private to talk to Tohno about. Would you mind leaving? Arihiko has no problems making such an offensive request. Isn't that phrase a direct way of saying, we don't want you, Senpai, get lost? Idiot, what do you think you're saying? We can discuss those things anywhere. And Senpai is still finishing her lunch. Despite all the talking with Arihiko, Senpai is finished her rice anyway.
Oh, I understand. Well then, I'll be leaving. Clearly you don't want me here.
Senpai lowers her head in a quick bow and leaves. Only Arihiko and I remain at the table. I sigh. Well, it looks like Senpai was having a hard time too. It was for the best, but you really were pushing it there, Arihiko. Well, it's not like I had a choice. Anyways, I guess I'll take the role of the guy she ends up disliking. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Arihiko slurps away at his Hikara udon. It seems it has gone cold while we were talking to Senpai. Sorry, you were trying to hit on Senpai, weren't you? Of course! I'm a dog after all. She's probably the #1 dog at our school. But if she's the type to care about something like that, then she's not working. Oh yeah, I really do have something to talk to you about in private. Yeah, F geekos! Arihiko's voice turned serious. I split my chopsticks with a snap and began to eat my udon. What's wrong? Why so serious all of a sudden? I'll let you know right away that I don't have any money. From today onwards, I'll be going and living life as a penniless student. It's not that, dang. What I want to know is what's really going on with you, Tohno. You mean? Okay, you seen this? Alright? Like, are you living with them? You can talk about it if you want to. Wow, you're actually insightful, Arihiko. We've seen this, y'all. The last set of class ends. I don't feel like going to the mansion right away, so I just blankly stare out the window. Right, we've seen this. Guess I'll click this in. As soon as I step out into the hallway, I run into a familiar face. Huh? What's up, Senpai? You have some business here at the second year classrooms. Yes, business with a second year student to be precise. Ciel Senpai approaches with a smile. Listen, I have some nice snacks here, but no one to talk to. It would be a waste to eat them all by myself, so I came to catch an idle-looking person to talk to. Someone to talk to? But there's no one left in the classroom. It's the same with all the other classes too. You don't usually come to the second year classrooms anyway, do you? You're on the lower floor, right? If you want someone to talk to, there are plenty of third year classmates to talk to. Unless Didn't you be thinking of your third year classmates? Conversation would probably be better. Yes, but today I'm in the mood to talk to younger guys, so please don't ask for a reason. I won't ask. Probably won't be able to understand even if she told me. Senpai's smile disappears as she stares into my face. You're free right now, Tohno. All of having nothing to do means I'm free. I'm definitely free. Senpai grabs a hold of my sleeve. Oh well then, you're now taught. Let's go have some tea. Senpai invites me with a smile. No reason for me to decline the offer, and besides, it should be fun talking with Senpai. Or I'll come along if it's fine with you. It's decided. Alright, let's go. Still holding on to my sleeve, she begins walking down the hall with a light gait. Wow, our school has a room like this. Could it be for the tea ceremony club? Yes, it's the tea ceremony club's room for now. It seems like it hasn't been used up until I came though. The club room, huh? If that's the case, won't the other club members be coming? It'd be bad for an outsider like me to be here, right, Senpai? It's okay. It may be the tea ceremony club, but there aren't any other members except for me. Thanks to that, I can freely use it during break time after school. Here we go. Smiling, Senpai begins spreading the cushions. Tea is tea, but it looks like it's really going to be a serious tea ceremony. To be honest, I'm a bit overwhelmed. Senpai, I don't have the slightest clue what to do. What are you talking about? Only know up to the pouring bit myself. With that blunt reply, Senpai put the teapot, some cups, and some tea cakes onto a plate. We're just going to have a casual conversation, so there's no need to be so formal. It isn't any fun that way, is it? Smiling softly, Senpai pours tea into her own cup. I just don't get you, Senpai. Mumbling, I pour my own tea. I slurp some. Picking up the tea cake and putting it into my mouth, I sip again at the tea. I was never involved with it, but the Arima family is a prominent tea ceremony family. Being raised in a household like that, I'm used to drinking tea and doing nothing. Senpai looks at me with a somewhat troubled expression. Wrong, Senpai. You look a bit unhappy. Huh? Yeah, I was just a little surprised at how calm you were about all this, Tohno. Really? Well, my family is a strict one, so I'm used to these kinds of things. More importantly, Senpai, didn't you have something you wanted to talk to me about? I do. The continuation of what we were talking about during lunch. What we were talking about during lunch? You mean my family? Senpai nods to indicate yes. If you don't mind, I would like to hear more about it. I was curious about it since we stopped halfway. Not like I mind, but hearing about my family isn't very interesting. It'd be a waste of time. I don't mind if it's not interesting, I just want to hear about it. You are eccentric, Senpai. Maybe I am. Alright then. Let's continue from before. You said you moved from your home. What did you mean by that? Let's see. Basically, I'm a guy who's disinherited. I was seriously injured after getting caught up in a traffic accident when I was 9. The injuries themselves healed, but after that, I easily collapsed from anemia and drew up my food. That's why I was entrusted to my relatives, the Arimas, while I was recuperating. So in other words, the Arimas have been your parents who raised you since you were 9. That's right. I knew my old man hated me for some reason, that once I had been entrusted to the Arimas, I would never go back home. Go back to the Tohno mansion, that is. That's why, well, I thought I'd just continue to live as the son of the Arimas forever. That's what I thought, but my old man took the bucket recently. That's when they told me to return to the mansion. Now that my old man is no longer there, I finally agreed. May I just ask one thing? Alright, then I'll ask. Did you dislike your previous family? No, I liked them. There were people who didn't care that I was related to them by blood. They were so warm to me that I felt bad about being depressed all by myself. And for them to love me no matter what, I didn't think it was a bad thing. I was loved by those people. That's why soon, even one day sooner, I have to truly become family to them. I have been telling myself those words since I was young. Since a very, very long time ago. Over and over I swore till I practically passed out. It's like Arihiko said, I didn't have a single complaint about the Arima family. They treated me well. I think I responded to their affection too. Between us, even though I knew we were just playing at being family, even if it was all just an act, I didn't feel any pain. I was happy instead. In a way, I consider the Arima parents to be the ideal nuclear family. It was no good, was it? Yeah, despite everything, there was a line I couldn't cross. This isn't your real family. No matter what I did, I couldn't get those words out of my head. I knew I should have been ignoring it, but I just couldn't do it. Well, it was probably because you were 9. I don't know if you call it a childhood experience, but it had already become like a curse to me. Somehow, no matter where I was, I felt like a stranger to my own family. Senpai is silent. Avoiding my gaze, she held her shoulders apologetically. Oh my goodness. What, can you relate? See, it was boring after all, right? That's why I said it would be a waste of time.
No, that's not true. It was very meaningful.
Senpai forces a smile to try and diffuse the situation.
That was a little surprising because I thought of you as an easygoing person.
Well, I am basically an easygoing person. My personal philosophy to enjoy the present as much as possible. People are happier enjoying what it is to come rather than being concerned about what happened before, right? Well, actually, that was an opinion I inherited from Arihiko.
Enjoy what it is to come. That sounds nice.
Senpai sips her tea with a gentle smile. I follow Senpai's example and place my lips on the cup. With a slurp, the bitter tea washes down my throat with just a hint of sweetness. I low-key want to look at the guy because I don't know if this is important, but I'll just do the thing I usually do. Hang out with Kohaku. We're all obviously only agreeing Kohaku because Akia just kidding. Oh, whoops. The serial killings. Yo, Tohno, you're late. In stark contrast to the otherwise pleasant classroom, there is someone weighing with a big grin on his face. In addition,
hi, good morning, Tohno.
He's accompanied by someone very unexpected. Senpai, why are you in our classroom? Dumbfounded, I point to Ciel like I'm looking at a ghost.
Huh? It's just so unusual. I was just wondering if you were in class, so I decided to come over and see you, Tohno.
Unusual? Seniors usually never come to your classrooms. There's all sorts of reasons, but the biggest one is that they're too far apart.
Oh, I see,
Senpai says with a serious face.
You don't have to worry about that. Despite my appearance, I'm a fast runner. It takes me less than a minute to get to my class downstairs from here.
Senpai empathizes her point. I guess she's not the kind of person who cares what other people think. Quit whining, Tohno. What's wrong with it anyway? Senpai's here because she wants to be. Right? Don't mind, but you ought to get back to your classroom 2 minutes before homeroom starts, Senpai. I feel tired for some reason. Sighing, I sit down.
Anyway, it seems Tohno is feeling down.
Yeah, he's probably feeling irritable because he's not used to his life after moving. Tohno doesn't mind most things, but he's got a bad habit of throwing a fit when he faces things he doesn't understand.
Really? Tohno doesn't look like the type to get that angry.
Nope, that's not true. He gets angry at me all the time. Tohno, you see, is usually pretty mature, but when he encounters something he doesn't understand, kaboom!
Kaboom, is it?
Yep. You'll change your opinion once you see him lose it. So you can't just stress him like that, Senpai. He might even stab you in your heart. Or wherever the lines are anyway. The two of them whisper to each other. Hey, listen. You're going to talk privately. Do you mind doing it in the hallway? I can hear every word you say when you do it on my desk, so there's no point in doing it. What? You can hear us? Arihiko gives an exaggerated reaction of surprise. No one could stay angry after being hit with an act like that. Senpai puts her hands to her mouth. I can't tell how serious she is. It's as if Senpai might have actually intended to talk privately.
It's terrible, Tohno.
Listening in on the lovey-dovey private conversation between Senpai and me. You sure got some nasty hobbies. Arihiko points at me. You trying to pick a fight with me, Arihiko? Actually, please do. I'm more than willing. Of course not. You're my dear friend, right? I exchange fists with even my own parents, but I have a policy of not fighting with my friends. I'm the very model of chivalry. It's amazing. I guess Cerberus people could punch their parents in the world that's inside his head. Gee, it's a pretty rhyme policy. You pretend to be depressed, but deep down you're the same Tohno as always. Dang, I had nothing to worry about after all. Arihiko hits me a couple times in the back. Senpai is staring at us while we have a trivial conversation, talking about how the house is. He probably said it's okay or something. Senpai? Tohno, really you get along well with Inui. Serious, Senpai? You must need thicker glasses if that's what you think after seeing what just happened. Not at all, Tohno. You look really relaxed when you're with Inui. Really open and trust him a lot. Senpai smiles happily for some reason. Arihiko and I exchange looks into our heads. Oh, I'm so envious. I really admire how your friendship allows such an understanding without you getting worried over each other. It's just so yaoi. Really? Arihiko and I exchange looks and raise our eyebrows. That's right. It's just that you two don't realize it. But maybe it'll end if you do. In that case, it'd be best if you two just remain as you are. Yeah, it's truly a miraculous balance. Could you stop shipping us? I guess you could say our relationship is a miraculous tightrope. Arihiko nods in agreement. I guess that's one point we perfectly agree on. Almost time. I'll be going now. Did you watch the news this morning, Tohno? No, the house I moved to doesn't have a television, so I can't watch the morning news. Is that so? I'll just tell you straight out then. There was a big mention on today's news. I thought he literally just watched the news with Kohakugo. That where you live? Eh? This morning's news. Now that she mentions it, Hisui said something about it. Yeah, that must be my house. I heard the police came this morning to ask questions. That's so. You mustn't be out playing late at night, Tohno. Senpai leaves quickly. I watch her silently, and... Tohno! What? I'm not listening to any more of your trivial garbage. It's not trivial. It's becoming a big problem. You become so familiar with Senpai that she even comes here to see you. You should be coming to see me for real. Arihiko stares at me gravely. Well, I don't know anything about it. I've only started talking to her recently, like literally yesterday. Maybe she just came on a whim today. And come to think of it, aren't you pretty familiar with her too? No way, man, even though that's supposed to be mine. It's taken me 7 days to get her to remember my name. Oh, that's unusual. Wasn't your policy not to deal with girls you can't pick up in a day because they're trouble? Alright, I think I've seen this before. Oh, I can go to the tea ceremony room. Alright, this is probably going to be the last thing we do for this episode. Oh man. This is like honestly the hardest visual novel to record because like, I don't know. Am I the only one who like doesn't like the dialogue in this game? Like, it just feels like brain riot. Like, I feel like nothing happens. Like, it's been like almost 50 minutes and we've accomplished nothing. I don't know, I feel like the dialogue like goes on like way too long for like not really saying anything. I guess I'll go ooh, bones popped. I guess I'll go take a look at the tea ceremony room. I'm sure Senpai said something yesterday after class about having lunch there. Is Senpai here? Maybe I can talk with her while having lunch. More importantly, I enjoy having lunch with Senpai, and I'm also worried about the news from this morning. Alright, gotta strike while the iron's shining, whatever that means. Knock on the tea ceremony door room. Huh? Tohno? Puzzled, Senpai tilts her head. She doesn't seem annoyed, but it seems like she really doesn't understand why I came here. You'd like to have lunch together, Senpai. Pulling out the bread I purchased from the cafeteria, I tell her why I'm here.
Lunch? I'm happy to hear you ask me, but... Senpai thinks it over, looking troubled. Things don't look so good. It seems Senpai isn't very interested. I guess I've got no choice. I decide to employ a little strategy. I have curry bread. Huh? Senpai's face becomes bright and cheerful. I have a feeling about this from yesterday's lunch, but I'm amused at her reaction. I'll give you this for thanks for yesterday, so why don't we eat together? Oh yes, please. I've just put the key on. Senpai hastily vanishes inside. Following her, I enter the tea ceremony room. As I enter, it becomes obvious why Senpai was hesitating back then. On top of the tatami mat is already an empty lunchbox. It seems Senpai has long finished eating her lunch. Tohno, would you like green or English tea? Green tea please. More importantly, have you already finished lunch, Senpai? Yes, just a little while ago. I slept in this morning, so I didn't have any breakfast and was hungry all morning. It was terrible. I see. Well, you don't have to force yourself to accompany me. Sorry for intruding on you. I'll be in the classroom, so please take your time relaxing. Huh? You mean you're not gonna give me any bread? Senpai's sorrow seems to resound from the bottom of her heart. No, I mean, you must be full, right, Senpai? Not at all. I'm hungry. Doesn't appear she's saying this just to make me feel any better. Really? I'll be intruding then. Is this really okay with you? The bread from our cafeteria really has volume, you know. No need to worry. If it's food I like, then I can eat limitless amounts of it. That bashful smile is probably not from shyness, but from anticipation of curry bread. A woman of many mysteries. Someone who could be happy over one curry bread in this day and age could be quite precious. Senpai eats one while I have two, and we have tea afterwards. Kneeling on top of the mat, Senpai and I casually sip our tea. It would have been great if it wasn't during lunchtime at school, but that's life. How's your new house, Tohno? It seems something terrible happened this morning. Yeah. Well, inside the house is really fancy, but there are all these really noisy dogs at night. I guess it's also bad that there's no TV in Japanese-style rooms, so there's nowhere to drink tea like this. What, a stray dog? You mean what happened at your house wasn't related to those serial killings? I don't really know. There's this really high wall all the way around the mansion, and they found bloodstains there. But listen, that's where I saw the stray dog last night. I couldn't say it. Well, anyhow, it's got nothing to do with us. Let's stop talking about unpleasant topics now that we finally got an opportunity to relax. Or maybe that was Tohno? Not at all, we're residents of this town, so I think the killings do have something to do with us. Holding her cup in one hand, Senpai cast a serious gaze upon me. Yeah, I guess that's true, but you'll be okay if you don't go walking down the streets late at night, won't you? There's been 8 people killed so far already, right? With that many victims, the police ought to catch the guy any day now. Geez, Tsuki-kun, you don't have any sense of danger, do you? The newscasters have been saying the same thing since the third victim was found, but haven't caught them yet half day. Well, that's true. It's just that I can't really relate to any of it when they give such a stupid caption like the modern day vampire. I'm sorry, I really did take it too lightly. We live in this town, so we gotta be careful, right? Yes, I'm glad to understand now. But Senpai, why are they calling him a vampire anyway? Well, the blood was drained from all the bodies, right? Oh, weird that she calls him Tsuki, like right there, but Arihiko didn't call him Tsuki, even though he's known for all these years. Isn't that kind of like a vampire?
Really think so. Isn't it said you become a vampire yourself once a vampire sucks your blood? These victims are all dead with corpses to prove it, so they don't really have to go calling him a vampire. Senpai laughs and nods.
You really believe in things like vampires, Tohno?
Hey now, I'm just saying that's how the news is presenting it. If there really are vampires, there wouldn't be any dead bodies left, just like I said earlier.
Yes, you're right. But can't you think of it like this? The people who are found dead died because they couldn't become vampires. There are actually people who can and can't become vampires, and those who can become vampires wouldn't show up as dead bodies after being attacked by one, because they're still alive somewhere.
That's what you call a horror story, Senpai.
Yes, exactly. I'm sorry to say there's no punchline.
Laughing, Senpai sips from her cup. And the song's about to repeat again. Alright, while we were having our rambling conversation, lunchtime ends. Ooh-wee, 5th period. Okay, it says reality robbed by my own hands. So, I'll just say that. Alright, I can just like kick this thing in. Okay. I'm cold. I just quickly die. Wait, did that happen before? Like this. Tohno-kun, suddenly my name is called. I raise my head. There's Senpai. It feels like decades since I last saw her. Okay, we're gonna have to like end it here for now. I think this is a pretty decent reintroduction episode. Of course, like, it's kind of annoying because, like, I have to skip stuff that I've already seen, and it's kind of hard to know, like, what I have and haven't seen because, like, in Wonderful Everyday, like, there was an option where you could skip text you've already seen, but there's not that option in this, I guess, because it's, like, older, so it's kind of hard to know, like, you know, like, what exactly to do. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Hope you all enjoyed the series. Hope you all enjoyed the channel. And I hope you all enjoyed your day. I will see you all next time.